Welcome back, boys, to Wilson time. Just right on cue for us, getting an episode out at week 7 in the season. But hey, better late than never, and thanks to the bump, and of course our beloved Podly Underground, the Nut Report, everything.
Shouts.
Yeah, it's inspired us. So, welcome back.
We are here. We're alive. We are alive, and it's time to go.
Yeah.
So this back to Wilson time. It's been a bit.
Yeah. It's been a hot minute.
I'd say this season's been a wild ride, I would say.
Yeah, it's been a very wild ride with the COVID, and now season's like in full swing.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of movement.
I think sooner or later people will figure out how the IR spot works. So we're still working out the kinks on that, guys. Yeah. So let's get into it. So we're going to start out the whole video with basically a couple different products we came up with. The bump came up with a couple different subjects to talk about. We're going to come up with ours as well. So first we're going to start off with something called Ranker Roulette. So Ranker Roulette is basically going to be ranking the teams and where they are position-wise inside the league. So we'll pick one each of a championship-bound team, one that is a solid playoff team, and then also who are the Sackos. So we'll start off with the championship-bound. Dylan, do you want to...
Yeah, so actually listening a lot to the Nut Report, I have caught Nut's ear, or what he said, whatever. Anyways.
I think what you meant to say is Nut caught your ear.
That's it, my ear. With Jesse's team. So with Jesse's team, I mean, getting Boston Scott in there, freaking getting that 15 points was super nice for this week. Because this is a big week, I feel like, for a lot of teams being 3-3. Where
break out of the pack.
Yeah, it's time to start separating out. But Derrick Henry just being a teacher, I mean, he's up there with Alvin Kamara from what, I don't know what the rankings say, as far as most valuable running back. And then Michael Thomas is coming back, even though he's injured this week, which sucks for Jesse. So that Boston Scott play is looking even nicer now.
I was going to say, yeah, that like kind of makes up for lost time with that old Michael Thomas. So I think that was a good pickup.
But, yeah, having Melvin Gordon in there too. Darren Waller is a pretty solid tight end. Josh Allen, I feel like he can easily be top 5, top 3 maybe. So Jesse's just got a really solid core, you know.
Yeah.
If Michael Thomas ever comes back and starts playing again, I think he can go all the way.
Yeah, no, for sure. Jesse has a solid team. I'm not going to lie with that. I think somebody that's in prime position right now is going to be 3OD. We obviously did a little bit of a trade, and I think he picked up some good pieces. I needed some depth, and looked like he was going for some superstars, so we kind of got a little deal going. Shout out to Cody for getting back to me, and we got that done quite fast, so appreciate that, my man.
People actually responding to
yeah,
trades.
It's good. You know,
what happens there?
Acknowledgement. But yeah, no, I would say 3OD's team, Russell Wilson, you know, Julio Jones, DK Metcalf, especially that Russell Wilson and a DK Metcalf combination, that's going to be solid. But then Chase Claypool just coming out of the woodworks and just teaching. 3OD knew something that we didn't know. So, but you know, Nick Chubb when he comes back from IR, I think he has a solid running back core. I think 3OD is going to make a big strong push, and I think that he's going to make it to that championship round. You know, if I don't take him out first, but it's the way it goes.
Don't put Cody on his high horse. You know what happens there.
So now we'll go off to the teams that we think are solid playoff pushers, essentially going to make it in there. I'll lead it off. I was going to go with Mav. Mav's got a solid squad. He's obviously starting the year 4-2, which is solid. He's out ahead of the pack right now. We're all sitting at 3-3. Mav's making his moves. I think when Christian McCaffrey comes back, that's going to be huge. Mike Davis has been putting up good points. RB1 since he's been gone, but we know McCaffrey, he's a different animal. He's a freak. He's going to come back. He's going to score a lot, and Aaron Jones as well. That's going to be juicy.
Yeah, that's you know, 2 top 5 running backs.
Well, yeah, Juju Smith, if he can actually find out his game, you know, and kind of get it going, you know. Herbert's been playing great, so I think Mav has a solid squad. I think he makes playoffs easily.
Yeah. Well, I don't disagree with that one at all. I'm actually, originally I was going to talk about COD's team, but since we kind of already touched on it, The team I actually think that has a pretty solid chance of making the playoffs and sitting right there, kind of in the middle of the pack with everybody, is Trone. I think what Trone has going for him is, well, Dalvin Cook for one. As long as he stays healthy, easily top 5 running back in my opinion. And then Chris Godwin too. I mean, well, hey, shout out to Antonio Brown. Everybody was shitting on me for that pick, and now look.
I'm
not. You know what? I'm not. My expectations for Antonio are still like mediocre, but it is exciting.
Yeah, I'm just saying that like there's a higher possibility that he goes to jail than there is that he hits the field. So, that's actually a really interesting pick. I don't think it's solid. Like honestly.
Regardless, though, here's where I think it comes into play. If Godwin actually starts teaching for him, and Allen Robinson has one of the easier wide receiver schedules going forward, with Nick Foles back there, who can actually be somewhat competent and throw the ball, I don't see why Allen Robinson.
Do you think Antonio Brown though hurts Chris Godwin?
I mean, I think he takes away from some of it, but I think Godwin's going to be the number one guy there getting all the targets. I mean, I don't know, how Antonio's going to shake out with it. Obviously, it's so up in the air, but I don't think Antonio's just going to step in and be like, the primetime receiver again like he wasn't.
Well, I don't think so either, but I'm just saying if he does pan out, that could be a little bit of a hit towards that guy.
But here's the thing with Trone, too, is he's got, I mean, you don't want to rely on DeAndre Swift, but if he starts coming out, even if he puts up like, I don't know, running back 3, running back 2 numbers, I just feel like he has a pretty good shot at being like it's solid.
All right, for sure. Fair points.
In our league, in a 14-team league, I feel like it could be.
Now, what I would say, then we're going to go based off of kind of, this one's going to be pretty easy. We got 2 teams to talk about. This is Sacco-bound teams. Dylan, you want to lead it off for us?
Well, I think there's really no discussion at this point. I think it's going to be Bijan's 10.
Yeah, that's a pretty solid bet. I would definitely put my money on that one.
Here's the thing, Bijan's. Like, listening to you talk about your draft strategy and sitting next to you over there, I don't know if it was just from us farting so much over there that it was just, like, getting to your head. But I understand wanting to get Saquon and Kamara.
Just no depth.
But then the problem is you spend all that money and you literally have, no depth coming in behind.
Like receivers.
Your number 1 was Darius Slayton, which I'm looking at him and obviously he shit the bed for me.
Yeah,
relying on any Giants right now is just no bueno. So
yeah, B. Johnston is definitely there. I would say the other team, Caden. I think he made some good moves and stuff like that. Not free agency wise, but I would say trade wise. I was obviously a part of that. I think his team got a little bit better, but starting out the season 1-5, you got like a 7% chance of making playoffs. Like there's an easy possibility. You have one person go out. There's a possibility you're going to the Sacco.
I just think that with Caden's recent trades, he has at least a couple star players that could go off. And so, I mean, I'm just thinking if it's Caden versus B. Johns in the Sacco.
Well, I still think B. Johns takes it, easily, because, B. Johns doesn't have a superstar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, dude.
Yeah, sorry. You really suck. But, all right. Let's go into our next section. This is a nice little fun one that we got going on. It's called Willie's Wankers. So Willie's Wankers, what we're going to talk about here, essentially Dylan's just going to give off some of the shitty things that have been happening in the league, trades, free agency, news, anything like that he thinks is just a big old wanker.
Wankers. Yeah, so really, just a couple of things that I actually think that for the most part, everybody has stepped up in this league, and there's been really good management, game management within our league. But there are those slip-ups, and, I mean, I'm going to have to start with you, T-Pain.
Yeah, I feel like I saw this coming.
After him made that trade, where Christian got Justin Jackson and Devontae Freeman, I believe, right?
Yes, for Gaskin and Gore.
Yes. Looking at starting it, who should start, Christian was asking me his opinion or my opinion, and I was like, well, dude, Justin Jackson versus Jacksonville. I feel like that's the easy call. And I was like, dude, you just do not want to trust any G-men right now, especially Devontae fucking Freeman.
Yeah, I have my reasons.
literally Caden preaching about Devontae Freeman for so long, and then now Christian had him. Anyways, get you 0.8 points, and not even just that, but the man gets injured too.
Yeah, that's a big hit. That's a big hit to my squad. You know, he was going to be a cornerstone for me.
Yeah.
Really felt like he was going to do something.
Yeah, just like old Dingletary.
I just thought it was going to be a shit show. I thought that maybe he could bust out a nice, like,
all I was
30-yard
thinking
or
is
something. That'd be nice.
Philadelphia's defense, even though they've been somewhat, they haven't been the best, obviously, but yeah, Justin Jackson versus the Jags,
All right.
10 plus carries.
All right, on to the next one, bud.
Next one, I'm definitely going to have to shit on Garrett for his draft strategy. So, Garrett's too busy wanking it over there in the sheets. And it's just picking it when he was going through.
That's where all the
his
suntan
draft.
lotion went, bud.
Yeah, I know. That's why those sheets are brown. But Garrett picking his wide receivers in the draft and everything, I mean, dude, the amount of shit that we heard about Marquise Brown.
Yeah, that was
Fucking Hollywood.
Yeah,
bro.
the argument between him and Thug in the pool was pretty great. Shout out to Garrett King, actually AKA Trump, but you know how it goes.
But no, just Marquise Brown, who just has not panned out at all. Michael Gallup has fallen back. It's pretty much the third option, sometimes fourth option in games. And then relying on fucking Andy Dalton now, it's just going to be dog shit for him. And then you got Jet McLaurin, but I don't know. He plays for the Washington fucking football team. They don't even have a goddamn real name.
Yeah, it's not good.
Like,
looking good.
There's just some squads that you really don't want to be part of, and that's one of them.
Yeah,
but
no, I feel that. That's I think everybody questioned Garrett's strategy. I remember just Garrett sitting in that corner, just every time he'd be like, "Oop, that person took it too high," or "Big Joe Burrow fan, huh?
Yeah.
Big Joe Burrow fan."
Couldn't stop talking about how he's like, man, I love drafting without taking Adderall.
Yeah, and then I also like how I remember him at one point saying Jesse picked up Daniel Jones, and he's like, "Ooh, I really like Daniel Jones." So that makes me chuckle inside, just knowing that where Garrett's mindset was at this year.
I love seeing Garrett shit the bed too. It's one of my favorite things.
Yeah, I think this might be the year he doesn't make the playoffs.
Even if I lose, as long as Garrett loses, it makes me happy still. And then, lastly, the end it, Caden. I just really don't understand Tua for $20. I mean, even if you're thinking about the keeper thing, you get him for $10 next year.
Yeah, like Calvin and Jesse were talking about.
Yeah.
Like, he's not even worth the $10 yet.
He's
like,
not worth it.
There was like
at the end.
I think maybe there was four quarterbacks maybe that went over $10. What? Russell Wilson, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson,
Kyler Murray, Dak.
So 5 quarterbacks that went over $10. I would take those guys every day and twice on Sunday over a Tua who hasn't even played an NFL game yet.
Absolutely. And the thing about, and then to follow that up, Marvin Jones for $17. Like, I don't even know, man, where Marvin Jones is at on the football field.
He has 3 catches in the last 2 weeks.
I literally have not seen Marvin Jones' name pop up on Sleeper once this season.
Yeah,
so
he was trending down he was literally
even when Galladay was out.
Yeah, he was trending down. Like, that's the nice thing about Sleepers when you see that trending down. He was trending down, and Fresh's pocketbook was going up. Like, yeah. I didn't really understand that. It was like,
but what I don't get for what Caden's doing is it's like you need depth and you need players to win now. When you're 1-5, you got a 7% chance of winning, especially in this season when we don't even know if it's gonna go all the way. It's like you need that depth. So round it out with get a fucking tight end, like you're saying. I mean, he traded for one now, but whatever.
Well, yeah, if I didn't even that tight end, he would literally be rocking like a David Njoku this
Bunch
week.
of wankers.
Yeah, that's definitely a wanker. All right, cool. So that's Willie's wankers. That was a good, nice little one that we had, and we had to insert that.
Obviously, first video back too, so we're working out the kinks.
Oh yeah, of course, putting the oil on the rust. You know how it goes. All right, let's go with the matchups for the week. Yeah, there you go. So we'll go with the matchups now, basically breaking down each individual matchup. We'll just go down the list off Sleeper. First, we'll go with my matchup with old C Ventilator. Always nice little shit talk going between me and C Vent, so that's always nice. I always enjoy that. Devontae Freeman putting up that 0.8 points was really cool. It really made me feel solid about our bet that we have going on. So might as well just hand you over the $10. Not so fast, Sonny. Justin Jackson. But yeah, so what do you think about what's gonna happen in that one? What do you think is gonna go down?
Yeah, man, Devontae Freeman. I'm telling you, dude, fuck the G, man. Well, yeah, man, I'm gonna have to go with Cal in this one.
Yeah, wow, dude. Real cool, dude.
Yeah, well, I've seen Devontae go do that shit, and then he just got Kareem Hunt, Jacobs, still score double digits, and
I don't know. I've been reading a lot of articles on Josh Jacobs, and Tampa Bay has literally let up less than 60 yards to like four top 10 running backs this year. Like Christian McCaffrey only had 59 yards in total.
Yeah, but they also have Teddy Bridgewater back there throwing the ball.
It doesn't matter. 59 yards for Christian McCaffrey.
I understand.
That is unheard of.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, so
I think
Aaron Jones had what, like 12 rushing yards, 15 rushing yards, or something like that last week.
Yeah. Well, okay, but Aaron Rodgers also had like.
Still 15 rushing yards?
Yeah.
Devontae Freeman almost had that.
Did they pull him at all? I actually didn't get to see the game.
Aaron Jones? No, he was in there at least the majority of the game.
Well, all I'm saying is that.
Yeah. Okay.
Devontae Freeman shit the bed for you.
I still think I'm going to win this one, obviously, but Steven, I'm sure some people are picking Steven.
If we're looking at historical record here.
Oh, the 9-3.
9-3. That's pretty tough, bud.
Shout out Nut Report.
Moving on.
All right, so second we'll go down. Let's make this quick. So we got Thuggy versus old Shimmering Puss, the club. What do you think's going down there?
Well, obviously Brian's off to a hot start with Carson Wentz.
Yeah, we knew he was going to feast.
Man, that was a good pickup. Here's the thing, too. He's got Mike Williams starting this week. I actually love Mike Williams. Obviously, I had him before.
Yeah, picked him up, dropped him.
Pissed that I dropped him, and I almost picked him back up, and then just watch Scheimer swoop in there and fucking whoop.
Yeah, well, Chris Carson and his flex is just gonna pop off. Henry Ruggs, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets injured on the first play. So, I think
Garrett's wide receiver situation is just not looking the best.
Yeah, no, and Ezekiel, it's not looking good right now. I think Scheimer takes this one easily. Let's go to third matchup. Okay, we got the big man walk-in versus yourself there, Dilly Willy. This one I'm taking 3 OD. I'm throwing up that 3.
Well, give me some reasoning, because.
Well, okay, let's think about reasoning. Okay, Russell Wilson against the Arizona feast. Ronald Jones, he's been teaching lately. I think that he continues that. They like to get the ball to him. They've been running a lot with him. He's been scoring a lot of tutties. Julio Jones looking back in his prime shape as long as he stays healthy. He's a juicer. DK Metcalf. Russell Wilson goes off. DK Metcalf. Boop, boop. So I think those guys. Chase Claypool, you never know. He's a freaking,
Mapletron.
Yeah, he's just like a shot in the dark, man. Like, you never know. Like, I feel like he turns small plays into big plays.
I'm really hoping Deontay Johnson plays this week.
Yeah. I think you have a good, solid chance. I think this is going to be a closer one. I think this is going to be one of the closer ones this week.
I'll pretty much put it this way. Fuck the Giants. They really screwed a lot of people. And then...
Yeah, I feel that.
Even COD. I mean, the defense went down to 3 points, which was nice.
Yeah. You're just banking on Latavius Murray to fall in the end zone.
I literally just need Latavius to
fucking cross eyes, just like fucking...
And let's put it that way. If Latavius doesn't fall in the end zone, get a smash. You see he's cross-eyed, just caught that.
Bro, yeah, back when he was on the Raiders, man, he used to get so many concussions.
Oh,
and,
I know.
And he, looks for contact. Like, he doesn't, I'm a juke you out. He's just like, goosh,
I know.
right into
banging
him,
his
man.
head off the ground.
Yeah, so I think, I don't know. So I think that one's going to be a closer one.
The only way it's close is Latavius falls in.
Yeah, okay.
Right,
Moving on. We got...
By the way, I just want to put this out there for you, COD. 8-1 record. Man, suck my dong, dude.
Yeah, sunk is wanka.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to the next one. We got Jesse versus B. John's 10. Jesse easily. I don't think we have to debate this, right?
No.
Okay.
Boss is got 15 points.
Yeah, you got tie. Next one we got Mavericks versus that Guru. This one's gonna be a close one. This one's gonna be a good one. Depending on, I think a lot of these matchups against each other even out. It's really just going to depend on if James White gets any workload against San Francisco, depending on the game plan, and really if Will Fuller can actually do what he's been doing. So,
yeah,
I think those are the two big ifs. Also, a Chicago defense against Jared Goff that could hurt him. But
It's going to be a close one for sure.
Mav's got all his hogs in. He's looking to teach, except for Corey Davis. He might be that one might be a little shaky.
You know what? I'm actually going to go with Guru on this one.
Okay, so we got one Guru. We
Really
got one
pulling
Mav.
for you, Gabi. I'd like to see Mav go down.
For sure.
Level it
Yeah,
out.
definitely bring it down a little bit.
But
It's always good to see somebody make a comeback too.
I'm literally just thinking to myself, like, hopefully, if that game's a shootout in Pittsburgh and Tennessee, Tennessee's not the best run defense, not the worst either. James Conner can just get a tutty and some yards, but really, like, Will Forward, boomer bust guy, but he's been teaching lately. Like, shit, dude, he leads the team in targets too, and Deshaun Watson's been looking.
Yeah, well, they're coming back every game, so they're just tossing the rock at the end of the game.
And the Eagles getting that 10 points. I'm giving it to Gob. Let's go,
Okay.
Gabi.
All right.
Spirit of Jenkins,
Yeah.
my boy.
Bless up. All right, second to last game we got going on. We got Nut Island versus the Big Hog Fresh. I'm going Fresh this one. I just, that running back situation. That running back situation for old Nut. We talked about it when we were doing our trade. He knew he was going to take a hit this week because he didn't have that old Gaskin plan. But that Hasty, he's really relying on that fifth string running back. I know like half the squad's injured, so he's going to get some playing time. But Andy Dalton,
I actually saw an article where Hasty could be a sleeper.
yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I think Fresh takes this one.
Nut has a fighting chance if Devontae
And
and
Hopkins just
Hopkins
go off.
go off.
There's a good chance.
Left
There's-
nut, right nut. If he gets the full ball sack, he's taking Fresh down. But
Perfect.
I'm still gonna go with Fresh though. I think that Frank Gore is just really fucking bad.
I think next one we got going on here. I'm taking this one right here. We got the Batman versus the Cronies.
Cronies.
Yeah, I'm definitely taking Sweet Baby J on this one. Patrick Mahomes feasting. Gurley's been looking good. Let's see. It's a lot of tough matchups on this one. Honestly, none of the teams really have that juicy ones. The only thing I'm saying is Joshua Kelly, who ain't doing shit, dog. Justin Jackson. That's why I got him.
He's been fumbling the ball a lot. I
Yeah.
just don't know if they're gonna keep him.
That Kelly, he's not looking good. He's inefficient.
Yeah,
Inefficient.
we'll see.
So yeah, I'm going with the Batman on that one.
Yeah, I feel a lot more comfortable if Tron had old Dalvin in there, but
Yeah.
man,
All right.
he needs that Wagoneer.
No,
No,
I-
I could go with Batman.
Okay.
Jaden Seamus been looking solid too.
Yeah, no, for sure. He's up there. All right, well, they say we're about 23 minutes in now. We want to make this short and sweet for you guys, so we'll wrap it up a little bit. So we actually had a request from the third Wilson brother down there in the old dirty South, ATL. Shout out K Fresh. He wanted to talk about his trade and mine. So this was the most exhausting trade I've ever done in my entire life. It was literally Caden countering after countering after countering after countering for probably a whole day. It was ridiculous. I told Caden at the very end, I said, I'm pretty much just exhausted, so either we're going to accept this trade or I'm just going to
I
never
really
trade.
don't want to ever hear Frank Gore's name again.
Yeah, so essentially, I think it was good for both teams. I really wanted that Mark Andrews. I wanted locked in that tight end position. I think I'm solid at running back. I think I have enough. Like with Miles Sanders coming in, I got that Darrell Henderson.
Oh, but you're feeling nice, huh?
Yeah, Darrell Henderson. As long as he can keep it up, and then if I have to, Justin Jackson or Devontae Freeman plug and play. So we'll see how that goes. That was good for me. I wanted that Mark Andrews, locked down my tight end position, tight end one. And then Fresh on his hand, he just had no depth, like absolutely no depth whatsoever. And Fresh for some reason just thinks that like Miles Sanders was like Christian McCaffrey or something. But I think him getting back Joe Mixon was good value. Even though he's out this week, I still leverage that Bernard as a backup for him. But I think also he has more depth now. He starts Singletary. He's got Cup now. There's a lot of different pieces he has.
He had to get more depth.
Yeah, he didn't have any depth. That was the
I'm sure all
issue.
you guys are going to appreciate this play-by-play for this trade.
Yeah, really cool stuff.
But yeah, no. So just want to end it with just a couple comments about the league. Really, the bump was awesome. Jesse, Calvin, well done. I think your guys' stuff, or your guys' podcast is probably better than our video. So
I think you guys have really good topics. That's the thing about it.
It was good.
I think you guys definitely picked and chose what would entertain us.
Shout out to Nut too for being consistent and always providing us with the Nut report.
Yeah, it's
week.
getting like more in depth every single time that we see it. So
I'm telling you, man, I love this league. Literally, like I don't think any other league is doing the sort of stuff that we're doing.
Yeah, it's actually super funny. So like Jazzy and I kind of compare like what we do on our phones, like with our like daily screen time, and hers is like TikTok, messages, and then literally my whole entire like thing is basically Sleeper. Like I literally am on Sleeper all day long, and then at the same time I'm it shows Safari browsing because I'm always on the Nut Report. So
it feels like a second job.
Yeah, it's actually basically takes place of my job when I'm at work. On Sundays, I just sit in the back and watch Red Zone and just look at my Sleeper app all day long. So it's really cool.
Yeah, but no, the season's been pretty sweet, and it's been nice seeing a lot of trades happening out there, getting those juices flowing within the league.
Yeah, I hope you guys start tuning into that nice World Series. Dodgers won again tonight.
Dude, we're not talking about baseball. Fuck with baseball.
I don't know why everybody says fuck with baseball. For one, I don't know why because you were all... Dylan comes in and basically I'm watching that Game 7 of the Braves and the Dodgers, and Dylan got so juiced into it.
We're not talking about baseball.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter.
All right, boys. Anyway,
I know some of you will appreciate it. Some of you will.
Best of luck to everybody out there except COD.
Yeah, and see Ventilator.
Yeah, definitely.
I think we all want him to lose, but I definitely want him to lose.
But until next time, we'll see you at Wilson time.
Oh.